Good afternoon. This is Chris Brecher with Brecher Trading. The night of the collapsing bonds. I'm really into Wild Wild West. My best friend from Alabama and I used to watch every single episode. I still tape the episodes, so I thought I'd put this on here because it was sort of a big hit last time I did this. So today is all about the collapsing bonds, and that's what it's been about all year. So if you're new with us in here, I go on correlations. I've been doing this forever. I've been doing it 37 years. And in the 1987 crash, it started by the bond market falling apart. Now, do I think we're going to crash? Well, we were down 700 points today. That's not a crash. It's all of 1.5%. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, in the SPX, 66 points, it's 2%. It's not the end of the world. But the point is, usually you get a rally from here, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But the point is, I've been warning about the bonds for a long time. If you didn't know in here, I've been doing this 37 years, and the bond market does matter. All I hear is, repatriation of cash, this and that. When the bond market does this, which I've been predicting now for 2 months, let me show you. It's going to start affecting the equity market because there are other places to put your money. And there's a point of no return. And to me, the point of no return was when it broke back here, believe it or not. And then it just kept going. And now the unemployment report showed more wage inflation. And the whole point in there is a lot of people panic today. So to let you know what you get if you get Brecher Trading, this is our free video. This is only about 5 to 7 minutes. You have to understand that the premium one is 15 to 20 minutes. But you get the forum. The forum is actually very active where people can ask me questions or questions to each other in here. In here also you get the videos. Every night I do a nightly video, and over the weekend I do a swing trade video. So you see, and also I've done learning videos. I'm up to about 6 of them. If you see in here, we've made them really nifty in here. Learning videos, nightly videos, swing trade videos. What did I say in the swing trade video, the last few? Slim pickings. Very difficult, like you see in here, to find long ideas when the bond market's falling apart. That's why I suggested buying SPX put butterflies. Some of those have gone up 7 points. The one I did actually went up 7 points. You also get a chat. The chat I was on an hour and a half this morning and on an hour and a half this afternoon. I'm usually only on an hour in the morning and afternoon, as you see here. But when it's busy like this, I'll get on a lot more than this. Right now, I'm rendering the chat room replay for the afternoon. As you see, this morning is already in here. Also, the third Friday of the month, I do a special 3-hour trade the close. Really love trading expiration. In fact, today I'll go over some of the trades we did today that people did really well. We also have morning ideas. Every morning, I post at least 10 stock charts. As you see in here, I try to make it colorful. And you'll see in here that I post a bunch of them. I posted the ESs, showed the breakdown. In fact, the NASDAQ, I said it has to go down if the rest of them have gone down. And these have worked really well. The other thing is we have special events. Every other week, I have an Ask Me Anything on a Wednesday from 7 to 7:30 Eastern. Then I put it, as you see in here, the next one is coming up. That way, if somebody's sitting, isn't around all day to ask me questions, we have the swing trade video where you can do longer term ideas. And we have the Ask Me Anything Wednesday where you can ask me Eastern time, anything you want when you get home from work. So I hope you enjoy that. So getting back to about the market in here. This is what I've been watching. I'm really into correlations. I saw yesterday the Dow Jones form a doji right in this area. That's normal when you have Apple, Google, and Amazon coming out with earnings. You saw the S&P do the same thing, and all we did today was have a symmetrical move. We had gone down 60 points before today. We went down 60 today. The problem in here is we're not really near support because we went up so quickly. But notice this in here. I go on foreign markets also. The foreign markets are where they were December. Where were we December? You don't want to know. 2,400, 2,650 on the S&P, and 6,400 on the NASDAQ. Usually you don't go straight down like that, so just keep that in mind. But I'm watching that very carefully in here. But this kept everybody, our clients, on the correct side of the market. In fact, somebody today, I haven't been saying I'm not Mr. Bear at all these times. Just keep that in mind. I look for bullish ideas and bearish. But I've been real careful about not getting people bearish until we cross something. See the cross? Well, somebody today was the first short they've ever done. They made $7,000 today on the first short they've ever done trading today, trading the expiration I like doing. So that was very exciting. I'm thrilled. It's all about the subscribers making money, not me. I did fine too, but I care about the subscribers making money more than me. This is about learning, making money, and having fun. And obviously, if you make, and also being, trying to be humorous in here, but I'll tell you, if you're making money, I'm a lot more funny, that's for sure. And also, we have a better time when everybody's on the correct side of the market. Now, going into the market today, where do you go from here? Are we oversold? Absolutely. Not near support yet, but I'm telling you, you very rarely ever have a V bottom. You just very rarely rally on a Friday if you're already getting tattooed. Usually what you do is you open up a little Monday, come to test the low, and that's it for now. The problem is the things that made us go down didn't bounce. So what do I mean by that? The bonds, down 113, hardly any bounce. Usually what happens in these kind of sell-offs in the overall market is you get the bonds precipitated the selling picks up in earnest, the bonds rally as a flight to quality, and then the market has a mind of its own, continues down, and then you have a positive divergence. Then the bond market continues to rally, then there's nowhere else to put your money and so on, and then the market goes back up. This time was the opposite. Bond market closed near its low. You knew the ESs were going to close near their low. Now, just to let you know, what we did in here is we tried to combine, and luckily the last hour and a half, I was in a good rhythm. So what do I mean by a good rhythm? I mean that every little nook and cranny in here we were shorting. Every little sell-off here we were buying. Believe it or not, it worked all day. I mean, look at this right here, and I'll show you. We'll make it bigger, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So in here, every time you got right near the zero line on a 2-minute, it was a short all day. The second thing you got is the rally, negative divergence on a test of this high, and then you could draw a trend line and short again. We were doing that all day with Citigroup. We were doing it with US Steel. Let me show you what we're talking about. We went into Citigroup in here. And in here, I'll show you, it was pretty cool. It's number one, you had this rally right here to resistance. So a lot of people, what they were doing, we were buying the 77.5 puts for 15 cents. They were selling them from 30 cents to 45 cents. That's only 300%. What was the point of the story? Number one, it was in a downtrend. Number two, the bonds were near their low. The market wasn't going to bounce. So all you wanted to do was short. The market wasn't going to have a sharp rally. So all you do is you short at resistance. That's what we were doing all day in here, and it was working wonderfully. This was the one that was fun too. So what you get is this. I'm going to maximize this sell. Remember I told you about the market rallying and then a negative divergence? So look what Citigroup did. It rallied, tested the high on lousy divergence, and then when it crossed the ATR trailing stop, you short it. That's what I did. That was good for about 60 cents. And that we were doing that all day. The exciting thing is we were also making money on the long side. US Steel, see this? When I saw this stop going down, well, I recommended right there to buy the 34.5 calls. They were about 26 cents. On the theory that it would go back to this 35 level, that's where it stayed all day. And sure enough, it went back to 35. A lot of people doubled their money on that. Guess what? Rallied to 35, tested the high on negative divergence, crossed the ATR trailing stop, and there you go, another 50 cents. These things really worked well, and we were in a rhythm the last hour and a half of getting in on all of these. So it was very exciting. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Really crazy day today, and on the live chat on the for the premium members, I get on as long as they need. So I hope you've enjoyed this. The premium is $97, and I hope you get a chance to sign up. So take care, and I'll talk to you later.